Welcome back to J&M Paranormal. In this video, we will be looking at 3 more haunted locations and the history behind them. If you like this content, please hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment below. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. The Glore Psychiatric Museum, located in St. Joseph, Missouri, is known for its eerie and haunting history related to its origin as part of a mental health institution. The museum is situated within the grounds of what was once the St. Joseph State Hospital, later renamed the St. Joseph State Lunatic Asylum. The institution was established in the mid-19th century and underwent several name changes and transformations over the years. The haunted history of the Glore Psychiatric Museum is primarily associated with the often disturbing and controversial practices that were common in the psychiatric care during the 19th and early 20th centuries. Mental health treatments and therapies of that era were often crude, inhumane, and sometimes even torturous by modern standards. Patients at the asylum endured a range of experimental procedures, restraints, and other methods that are now considered unethical. The museum itself is said to be haunted by the spirits of former patients who suffered within the walls of the institution. Visitors and staff have reported experiencing strange phenomena such as unexplained footsteps, disembodied voices, and the feeling of being watched. Some claim to have seen apparitions or shadows moving throughout the museum. Additionally, the museum houses a collection of artifacts, photographs, and medical instruments used in the treatment of mental illness throughout history. Many of these items evoke a sense of eeriness and discomfort, contributing to the overall haunted atmosphere of the museum. The museum itself focuses on educating visitors about the history of mental health treatment and aims to shed light on the evolution of psychiatric care practices. Whether or not you believe in the supernatural, the museum provides a chilling glimpse into the often dark and unsettling history of mental health treatment. The Exorcist House, also known as the Exorcism of Roland Doe, is associated with the real-life events that inspired the famous horror novel and subsequent movie The Exorcist. While the events primarily took place in Maryland and not St. Louis, the connection to St. Louis comes from the involvement of 2 priests who performed exorcism rites on the afflicted boy Roland Doe at the Alexian Brothers Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri. In the late 1940s and early 1950s, a series of strange and disturbing occurrences were reported involving a teenage boy named Roland Doe. He was said to exhibit behaviors that were attributed to possession, such as speaking in languages he did not know, levitating, and showing aversion to religious objects. These events allegedly began after Roland attempted to contact his deceased aunt using a Ouija board. Roland's family, unable to find a medical or psychological explanation for his behavior, sought the help of the Catholic Church. Father Raymond J. Bishop conducted an exorcism, but it reportedly had limited success. The case then came to the attention of Father William S. Bowdern, a professor at St. Louis University and a priest at the St. Francis Xavier Church. With the permission of the Archbishop, Father Bowdern and his associates performed a series of exorcism rites on Roland at the Alexian Brothers Hospital in St. Louis. The exorcism in St. Louis lasted several weeks and was a harrowing ordeal. During the rituals, Roland reportedly displayed violent and otherworldly behavior, and it is said that his condition worsened before finally improving. The events were kept relatively secret at the time, but they eventually came to light when author William Peter Blatty based his novel The Exorcist on these events. The novel was later adapted into a highly successful and influential movie in 1973. The St. Louis exorcism has become a subject of fascination and has contributed to the lore of the Exorcist House in St. Louis. While the actual events took place at the Alexian Brothers Hospital, the house itself has gained a reputation for being haunted due to its association with the exorcism story. Over the years, reports of paranormal activity, strange occurrences, and eerie feelings have been linked to the house. The Exorcist House in St. Louis continues to attract interest from those curious about the supernatural and paranormal, even though its exact location has been kept private to protect the privacy of its occupants. Asylum 49 was originally established as the Tooele Valley Hospital in 1913. Over the years, it has served as a hospital, nursing home, and finally, a psychiatric treatment facility. The location's history as a place of healing, suffering, and death has contributed to the eerie atmosphere and tales of hauntings. Numerous paranormal reports and claims have been made by visitors, paranormal investigators, and former staff members of Asylum 49. Visitors have claimed to see apparitions of former patients and staff wandering the halls. Some accounts describe shadowy figures and ghostly nurses. Eerie sounds, including disembodied voices, cries, and whispers, have been reported throughout the building. Some visitors claim to have heard moaning and other unsettling noises. Objects allegedly move on their own, and doors are said to open and close without any explanation. Sudden drops in temperature or cold spots have been experienced by many visitors, even in areas where there is no logical source for such temperature changes. People often report feelings of being watched, touched, or an overall sense of unease when exploring the building. Over time, various urban legends and stories have developed around Asylum 49, adding to its mystique. These stories often involve tragic events, patient mistreatment, and unsolved mysteries, contributing to the perception of the location as haunted. Asylum 49 has attracted the attention of paranormal investigators and enthusiasts who seek to document and understand the reported supernatural activity. Some have conducted investigations using tools such as EMF meters, EVP recordings, and thermal cameras. In recent years, Asylum 49 has been transformed into a commercial haunted house attraction. While the haunted house is designed for entertainment purposes and features actors and horror-themed scenarios, it has further contributed to the location's reputation as a haunted site. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the haunted history of Asylum 49 continues to intrigue and captivate those who are drawn to the mysteries of the supernatural. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below and subscribe for more content just like this. Until next time, stay curious.